And there is only there's only one cube in the whiskey, which is also very important. All right, let's have a drink. Let's have a drink, but not too much.
So again, in the future, when we're talking about the player status, you'll be able to drink too much, stumble around, have those types of wonderful things.
Yeah, maybe you have one drink, you'll have a little bit of courage, you're like a little bit more strength in combat, but too many drink, so you lose your coordination. All right. Hey. We've missed the trains both times.
Glenn?
Okay, let's see. All right, we have we got an invite to go see Clovis Darnley in the reclamation and disposal. So this is the mission that is the one that we're going to show. So
yes.
Let's accept that. And we just need to go to reclamation and disposal and go from there.
And this is one of the mission givers on Hurston. One of the multiple ones.
He obviously had a few drinks.
Yeah. So over here we've got Maria Part. This goes back to player status and kind of the idea behind Death of the Spaceman, where when you die, this is where you'll come back. You'll respawn here.
Yeah.
And then also when you get injured and the med pen takes you back to a certain percentage, and then it will fade over time, and then you'll need to actually get fixed up here, whether it's at a hospital or by the Apollo or Endeavor.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the idea is the med pen is a short-term solution that stops bleeding and lets you operate for a little while, but if you don't go and get longer-term fixed up, the bleeding will come back and you'll eventually die. So even with med pens, you still need to go back and get medical help and fix yourself up, just like repairing you're like a ship, you repair yourself. So here we are, reclamation and disposal.
Apologies. The air is especially dreadful today. Still alive, I think. Hello, welcome to Reclamation and Disposal. My name is Clovis Darnley. Wonderful to meet you. What can I do for you on this fine day?
Well, you gave us an invite about work. Let's ask about that.
It's an excellent question. If you're not particularly concerned with shades of morality, I may have a lead on some, well, let's just call it questionable materials in need of forceful collection. The devil's in the details, I believe. Read them well.
Okay, there's a satellite that's fallen from orbit and it has a prototype blade in it we want to check out. Yeah, let's do it.
Wonderful. Best of luck.
Okay, but yeah, basically the trains come and go. If you actually walk out and go and take the other train. Glenn, do you want to do that? Or just watch it go?
One thing that you will notice is that the transitions between
5, 4,
heliports or between elevators, as well as this is basically like a fancy transport.
Off it goes.
Let's
go to the other
so
train.
You won't fall out.
So, okay, we got 53 seconds. We're we're going to do commuter citizen. So if you miss the train, you have to wait for the next one.
I saw somebody that was very excited about that on Reddit. So.
Yeah.
This one's for you.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to show. I love the fact that there's a running transit system, and you have to catch it right.
And actually, the team worked very, very hard on this, putting this together,
Yes.
and actually building the tracks, building everything that goes into it.
Should be
The other
showing
thing.
it any minute now. Come on, little trainee. There you go. See, in Star Citizen, the trains do run on time.
This one started.
We may crash.
Yeah.
We may do some other stuff, but our trains definitely run on time.
So the AI in the future will be able to transition between the spaceport and L19. Right now they don't, so it will be a.
Yeah, you'd have
empty
you have a
ride.
train, people getting on, getting off,
Yeah.
sitting down in the seats, just like you would get a normal commuter train. So the usable system, the new usable systems only just come online. It's one of the reasons why you're not seeing that many of the actions that are going. But this is all physically real. We are traveling in Lawville, and you can see out. You look back, you see the tracks, right? And that's the Hurston Dynamics building, which is 4 kilometers high. Lawville itself is about 24 kilometers in sort of diameter, the main area of it, which is about equivalent to Austin, actually. So Lawville's about Austin size in real world scale. So that's, I think not many games sort of do things at the level of scale that we're doing. So here we are coming into TISO Spaceport. And longer term on the transit system, we're going to have line switching, a lot more options that would be much more like a real, kind of metro system or track. Right now, they sort of run point to point B, but we're going to have them have actual multiple stops that you're going off, multiple hab stops. Anyway, it's fun. So there you are. And whatever the train simulator out there, we're doing a little bit of that too.
Train tracks is a serious and dangerous offense.
All right. There we go. I'm going to head to the spaceport, which would be the
Make sure you
place.
have collected all property when clearing customs.
Have all the relevant information ready for inspection.
All right. So longer term with the law and order system that we're going to be working with, going between places, depending on what you carry, there'll be checkpoints, so you won't be able to necessarily say carry weapons or contraband, and that's kind of what these custom points are. They're not fully operating yet, but that's the longer term goal. Won't be in 3.3, but as the law and order system comes in, that's all going to be part of it. And here we are.
Just for the smugglers, that makes it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, you got to find a backdoor entrance,
Yeah.
or how to come, or how to hide it. And smuggling is a specific kind of gameplay that we are going to add to what's happening here. So here we're in the main concourse, and you can sort of look out. Yeah, ignore the glitching AI. We have lots of those. There's a few ships on part of that. That's actually, we'll go there later. Saw that. That's the Kraken. You can see the sides of the Kraken because there's got a cutlass on it and a Buccaneer, if you take a look and we zoom in. And it LODs in properly. There you go. So it's not a small ship. I don't know, are there any ships coming and going? Well, I'm on this build. I saw it this morning. Do we disable the ships coming and going? I don't know what happened.
No.
So in the spaceports you'll come, there'll be sort of hubs. So normally there'll probably be a ship dealer. There is actually a ship dealer on this spaceport, which we'll go and see later on. There'll be different lounges, so maybe one for the Chairman's Club, one for sort of UEE, USO style one, and then we're going to have various guilds that if you become a member, they may have their own sort of lounge in the various spaceports. We're going to go and just retrieve our ship to go on the mission.
The rework.
Yeah, we'll take the new Mustang, which has been reworked.
Your ship has been delivered
Not
to
the
the following
Aurora.
landing pad.
No.
There you are, landing pad, hangar 4. So over in that direction, we're going to go back and visit later on, is actually where the ship dealer is, which is a big deal because in 3.3, when Hearst and Lowville are in, you'll be able to buy ships and also rent ships over here. So we'll have ship rental too. You're not going to be able to buy every single ship because we're going to have different ship dealers or places that will specialize, like here's an Origin dealer or whatever. And there'll also be used ship dealers. Like we're going to have one on Levski called Teachers, which will be fun. But we'll go visit this later. Let's go to and down here. Sorry, Glenn. Yeah, Glenn's reminding me. Long term, you're also going to be able to take like transit, just the same like we have the transit system in the train. Commercial transport to different locations on the planet or off-world. So that would be where that would be down on the spaceport, and we would build that. So as an NPC, you could fly your own ship, or you could take a ship to get there, basically a Starliner. So let's go down to the hangar. And in 3.3 of Lowville and Hurston, we've got 2 hangar types that we built, which is the large hangar and the extra large, because they will hold every ship. Now, obviously, we're going to be in a large hangar, even though we're in a Mustang. It's too big of a really hangar for a Mustang, but
it sells the scale.
Yeah, you'll get a sense of scale, and either for 3.4 or just after 3.4, the small hangar will come in line. There are small hangar places in the spaceport. It's just we haven't finished the interior of the small hangar out.
This is built out of our common elements. So the idea is that this is how we scale. You know, we build these big elements, and then we can bring them down and build smaller elements out of that.
So here's the large hangar, which will fit lots of ships, not just a Mustang.
Yeah.
And again, longer term on the we still have some AI going around, but you know, people will be moving carts. When you land, they'll bring stuff over to your ship. So the long-term goal is to have the AI in the place, give it a sense of life, give it a sense of operation. So you know, they're coming out to refuel your ship, coming out to fix it up, all the rest of the stuff. All right, let's get our helmet on and go for a flight.
Your journey begins now. All systems operational.
All right, let's go to comms and ask for permission to. Wow.
We just got him in. He's a little blown out.
Yeah, and we can't hear him either. But he's like, okay, you got permission to land.
Permission to take off.
Take off, sorry, yeah, not land.
So, Glenn, can you look up or good? All the way up?
There you go, our hangar doors are opening. And again, the hangars all here it's all physically correct, so the hangar is in the location, you'd see it outside. When you're playing it, you'll see other players coming and going, landing in the hangars. So let's take off.
Launch complete.
So we're also introducing a restricted zone.
So you can see the sort of red area, which is like you're not, until you're after a certain height, you can't fly on. Here we are, that's the Kraken that we were looking out on.
Over there, right there is
L19,
where you
right?
spawned.
Yeah.
So this gives you a good sense of scale.
And I don't know if we can see, but you should see trains run on the tracks, depending, I think there's tracks to the left there, I can't.
Depending on timing.
Timing, yeah. I'm just going to get up to appropriate height. And obviously, if you can see, Lowville's made quite a lot of progress from last year when we showed it in the ArtCorp demo at Citizencon. So we spent a fair amount of time building it out, and also building it in a way that will be performant for a city of this sort of scale.
I think Ian increased the size of the building quite a lot too.
Yeah, but you get a sense of just how big the main Hurston building is. And in the goal is in 3-4, or just after it, this opens up as a whole separate area that you take a train to go visit in. Back. Flying out into Hurston. So I think we've got a mission marker, don't we, I think?
In first person you do.
Yeah.
So Hurston's actually built out of 6 biomes. We've got desert, savanna, acidic, strip mines, trash, and polluted coast. So here you'll see the polluted coast. If Glenn flew down towards the ocean.
Yeah, and Hurston is, I believe, about 2,000 kilometers in diameter. So it's about Earth size based on our ratio. So we're doing 1/6 for the main planets, and that's mostly just for traversal reasons, because you'll see, it already takes quite a while to fly, not even that far of a distance. And with the old flight model, we had some of it, but the new flight model even more enforces it. So when you're down in atmosphere, the thicker it is, the harder it is for you to go fast. When you get higher up, you'll be able to go faster. So yeah, we figured 1/6 of the size is still way bigger than anyone else is doing on planets, like 1-to-1, but it's a nice balance between having the size and the scale and allowing you to traverse it in reasonable times. So I think that's sort of the the acidic area, and then there's sort of polluted coast here, and we're heading towards the place we've been told for the mission. And this particular mission, I believe, can spawn in multiple locations.
Yes,
This destination around Hurston.
Yeah.
And
also have multiple branches to it.
And can be multi-part or not multi-part, have different sizes of stuff. So. I'm expecting all you guys, once you get hold of Hurston, there'll be lots of pretty screenshots and cool community video of that is better than we manage to do normally. So that's pretty awesome. That's actually one of the nicest things every time we do a new release, is seeing all the content that you guys generate.
I want to see a 25-on-25 fight.
Yeah.
Here.
So we're sort of hitting the sort of savanna-style territory. There's a couple of biomes in Hurston that aren't in this one, but there'll be a planetary bombardment kind of biome. So like Hurston uses,
100%.
they make weapons and they use the planet for testing.
So we found it because Glenn knows where to go.
Well, we went to the general mission marker and then we scanned it.
Yes, but he saw it.
And the scanning gameplay is an ongoing thing, so we have quite a lot of more stuff to come in terms of scanning locations, ships. I mean, there's already some of it for mining, and there's already a bit of it for ships, but in terms of what ships have, what the cargo, whether you can have things to block the scans, figuring out what resource amounts are in distant areas.
And that's what we would consider kind of short-range, mid-range scanning. Long-range scanning would be a different aspect. and that is
Engaged.
more about exploration.
Okay, so here's the down satellite that we're just sort of going over the top, and we probably should find a location to land. It's getting a little. All right. Gonna come around the side. All right, we are down on the ground. Let's go check this thing.
Turn it off.
Make sure we have a few weapons just in case. And pistol, ammo. Right. Oh, well, that's cool. Okay, let's do it.
So this is a savanna. Very different biome from what you guys saw before and what you've seen in our game.
Yeah, and this is early days on this. We've still got a lot more stuff to do on our planet tech. Obviously, longer term, we're going to have animal, like fauna, animals, creatures.
Yep.
So there'll be natural wildlife depending on the place. There's going to be weather systems, so dynamic weather, rain, snow, all the rest of it. And I'm actually looking forward to when we can have a real dense sort of jungle planet. I mean, Hurston's sort of been polluted, so the most you get is either this sort of kind of sparse savanna, or you're going to get the executive gardens. But the tech that the Frankfurt guys and Marco Cabeda, who's been heading it up, is pretty awesome because this thing covers the whole planet, and when you get down, you're right in the middle of it, and it's really, really cool. And we're constantly working to improve it, so it's already a level above what we showed a year ago. Your med pen before you take the next jump. All right, one more time. Glenn made that jump every single.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't see you miss that jump until now.
Twice. You got it.
All right.
So again, you're looking for a prototype blade. And this goes to the tactileness that we want. Is that the right one?
So it's
Nope.
TDC 470. No,
Nope.
we need a TDC prototype XX. All right. So we can just drop that. Exactly. Check this one out. No, it's the same one. So the prototype one does not appear to be there.
There you go.
So someone's probably gotten here first and taken the prototype. So what we need to do is figure out, and this is an example of a multi-part mission, right? So
yes.
This mission could have ended here and you had the prototype as one of the things, or it could carry on and someone's taken it. In this case, someone has taken it. So we've got to find out where the prototype is. Yeah. We don't have impaling just yet. I don't think I have the physics question. So if we go in here, and this is an example of, like another thing you could do or a puzzle is the satellite's shut down, but if we maybe get our multi-tool out and perhaps cut away those restraints there. Get rid of that. Cut those. Falls off. And there'll be things in the game that will let you read what you can use the pour on. Reset it, and hopefully it will allow us to track where the prototype is. Okay, we restarted the satellite's internal system, and there's a prototype somewhere, so let's go find it. Is there any music played in any of this? I haven't heard any music. Is there music? No, I'm missing it.
I think it's mostly going to be this one. There's some.
Oh, hang on. Shit, alright, well I guess we don't have our ride. This isn't looking good. There's a cutlass.
Hey Chris, if you're around there, I may need some help.
Someone else, and this would be an example of someone else getting the same mission to come and get there. They've sawn our ship, and they've decided to take it out and then try to go for the prototype.
And I believe you just called your friend? Player 6 just crashed.
What is that?
Ian, can you cut to camera 2? Chris, can you go? Chris, go third person.
Okay. So, this is our friend that we just called. Showing up. Let's show the tail side gunner as well, I guess. Cut to camera 3. There we go. So this is the Anvil Valkyrie, and it is the first
Camera 2.
First straight to flyable ship that we've done. So it's a Anvil drop ship, and it's going to feature also in Squadron 42, and this will launch with 3.3.
Take out 5, take out 4.
Yeah, let's get rid of the bad guys.
Take out the bad guys.
Camera 1, Glenn, where are you? Let's see what you're doing. Where are the bad guys?
Okay. Glenn is DC.
Yeah, we got him. That's a sync issue. But we lost the... He's out, right? I can see him on camera too.
Yeah.
Okay,
there we go.
Done. We're still having some sync issues in the multiplayer. All right, I think we killed all the bad guys. Yes, we have. All right, let's bring it down. Oh, not yet. Oh yeah, it's a big rock. Let's avoid that one. There we go. Okay. All right, stop, buddy. All right. Thank you very much. Hey, should we do a little talkie? You guys got the FOIP on or not? You got the FOIP on? I was wondering if you'd said something to each
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, let's walk up to him and see if he's...
Thanks for the help, man.
You're very welcome. No problem.
Okay, let's close it. Alright, so this is the Anvil Valkyrie. It is, like I said, Anvil's dropship. Both sides there's side guns you can deploy, remote turrets. It's a bit risky. We still have the desync on the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Do that. So
we can take a tour of the bottom.
Well, yeah. Let's just look around the bottom, Glenn, and then I think we're heading to where the prototype blade is.
Go through the doors.
Here's the bottom. You can go up there to where the flight area is. I think if we open up here, it will take us to. It's kind of dark. There you go. Open door. There you go. Whee. And this is where the crew can sit. This will carry like 20 folks. I think this is probably to the turret in the front, right? Yeah.
So the down turret?
The down turret in the
Or
front.
the bottom turret? And then
got sleeping quarters upstairs.
Player 2's flying there right now.
Right. Yeah, can't. It's, the contrast, the resolution. So grab that. So we want to look out the side there, Glenn, maybe?
Well, you can see the remote gunner from player 6 as well.
Okay, sure. There we go. So yeah, let's switch to player 6, please. So some pretty hardcore AA here.
Why don't player 1 and player 3 have a little fun?
Yeah. Okay. And this is I guess, the military, the version of the temporal cyclone, which is also going live with 3.3.
Yes.
So we have this, the racing version, I think the missile version. Do we? I can't remember that.
I think all versions of them are going.
Okay. All right. We got rid of.
I think we got rid of all of them.
All the AA. All right.
Yep.
So.
Oh. We did improve the rocks. You don't run over every single one of them now.
Yeah, that's one of the AA turrets. That's another AA turret we took out. And again, this will be another optional continuation of the mission. So another type of missions that we have in 3.3 on Lawville or Hurston, actually more Hurston, is underground facilities. So this is the very first example of underground systems. So we're going to have underground facilities, caves, other kind of things. And this particular one, this happens to be a kind of, I don't know, waste storage.
I think it was used for refining.
Refining, right?
Well, we'll go check it out.
So let's go
You
down.
guys are too good a shot. You left nothing for us.
What's that? What you said?
Too good a shot.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's go in, down to the facility. Okay. Who are you with? You're with
Player 3.
Player 3?
Scott.
Scott? All right, so Glenn and Scott are going to go down. Look over at Scott. We're going to go 2 team in to try and see, get the prototype. You cut to player 2?
Player 3.
Player 3, sorry. Player 3. There you are, you can...
Don't let the bastard
He
escape.
scratched up his
Player
helmet.
I'll find them.
Damn it.
Player 1.
We need some fun.
Okay, so here's the other part of the mission is FPS AI mission. So this is cooperative gameplay against FPS AI. Currently, I think it's 3-3. You have missions that spawn at Korea,
Yes.
and then we're going to have missions that are spawning around Hurston, like this underground one.
So this is our first pass on it. You guys have been working very hard on getting all the behaviors working properly. Hit reaction.
Oh, I saw one more guy. Oh.
Can we cut to Scott?
My sheet, man.
You too.
And again, diegetic, VoIP and VoIP will be there. So when you're there, you can talk to when you've got people in your team, you'll be able to talk to them. So, and it'll all be automatic based on who you make friends and everything. So in this particular case, you wouldn't need to be linked up in Discord or TeamSpeak or anything. As long as you're in the team, you're all there. It'll be like operating in a real world fire group. So I think here is where the CDC is. That was so worth it before it's so annoying that it changes. All right, prototype TDC XX. Okay, and we've recovered the blade now. So this is the second part of the 2-part mission, and now we've got to take this back to our drop point in Lawville.
Yes, to get paid.
To get paid.
So now the question is, did you get everybody?
Nope.
So one of the things that we've been working on is kind of the knockdown system, staggers, those types of things. We need to do some internal play tests a little bit more, but ideally we roll that out soon.
standing still?
Who's fine?
I thought it gets kicked out for a little while. Oh no. It's good. Respawn, those are all spawned at the beginning, respawn some afterwards. Like in this mission, I wonder if we spawn some after you get it, come back.
Chris is giving me notes for me to fix on the mission.
Just saying, wouldn't it be cool if a few other people popped out on your way back up?
We will add reinforcements.
So glad they fixed the popping.
Follow the sun, Glenn. Don't stare at it too long. But.
All right, let's head back to Lawville.
Is this a special color?
Oh yes, so we would say that the Valkyrie that's been flown here is a special Citizencon edition. That's if you get the Valkyrie during Citizencon or within this week, I think you get to have this color as opposed to the standard. We have a digital grey camo, and those are two options. There's a military version, but that's just as much fun.
Roger that.
All right.
So we're going to head back to Gate 2 and basically show you guys a little bit. Hey, Chris, can you gain some altitude and let's get there?
The side guns, I guess, just don't work.
That was a good looking ship.
It's a good looking ship.
So as we get closer to the city,
Our drop-off point is right by Gate 2, so rather than fly all the way in and then take a train out to the perimeter, we're going to land out here because we can't go in closer because of the no-fly zone, and then drive to Gate 2. And get to sort of check out the outside of Lawville as well.
Guys are good to go. Thanks for the ride, man. Anytime.
And again, that was us using the VoIP situational for the team. Cut to player 3.
player 3.
No, we are on player 3 now.
Oh,
He changed.
sorry.
He was in his third person view.
Scott. There you go.
Back to player 1. So again, this sort of gives you an idea of the perimeter and the scale of the city.
Yep.
That was fun, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I'll meet you in the bar later, yeah?
Meet you there.
you have to find your way through.
Yeah, in the outskirts of Lawville, you know, we're gonna, in different areas, there's a little example of a bit of a shanty town. So these are people that have been pushed out of the inner city, but people still hang on the outside gates, sell their wares to people coming and going from Lawville. Yeah, you can appreciate the size and the scale of Lawville. So we're now down on the foot. You can sort of look up, if you look up, Glenn. It's pretty big, and this is what you fly in and out of. I mean, I think one of the nice things with Star Citizen is just the sense of scale that you get, but also the sense of detail when you're down there on foot. So it's all the, you know, you can see things, you can interact with them in your hand. You know, we've got millimeter precision for that, but we've got scale that goes to billions of kilometers. Right. Just get through here, should be okay.
Comply with all commands from person security and authorized law.
Not getting custom interview, but longer term, again, we're saying the law and order system, scanning,
Keep
smuggling.
it going, people.
You try and sneak through things, maybe a scan sets off something, you
Get
taken to the
taken to
interview room.
customs.
Yeah, and here's the use of the sort of Dropbox stuff that we're putting into 3.3, so as well as admins that you can pick up and drop things from. This is also allowing you to drop off stuff, so this is sort of a drop that we're going to do, which is to complete our mission.
Clovis doesn't like to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
The use of weapons within law
Deniability.
Your
We just
safety
place it.
is paramount to us.
That done. Now, mission is
You are subject to all person laws and can
There
be
you go.
prosecuted for violations.
Yeah, deliver the cargo. We're done. So now we're going to catch the metro. Hopefully, the metro line from the perimeter doesn't run as frequently as they want.
No. Anybody from Europe will understand that.
So let's get up there and see what's happening.
I think we got a little bit of a wait.
Person security reserves the right to search
There's
travelers.
a train. Run, 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 run. Get in it. 7. Oh, yes.
You made up for your 2 jumps, buddy.
It's literally a 5-minute wait on the perimeter. So that was good because we're running behind schedule anyway. So
So a lot of painstaking work went into making this real.
yeah, when the transit system's fully working and we've got the persistent hubs, this would be the way you would get to your location, just like in the real world. So there would be different stops for different sections. So in 3.3, once Hearst and Lawville in, you'll be able to rent ships and also buy ships. Renting ships obviously will be more economical in the short term because ships themselves.
Well, it lets you try them out.
Yeah, lets them try them out, and they also cost money. So it's an opportunity to rent something, to use it, figure it out. So here's the new deal. A couple of obviously ships that are coming in 3.3. There's the Phoenix, sitting right there, the new Mustang. And of course, to the right is, it's just a pretty looking ship. Yeah, the Hammerhead.
The big boy.
again, another ship that's coming with 3.3. I think the Avocado just started to play with it and have fun. It's probably a bit out of our price range. Yeah, it's definitely out of our price range. We don't have that much money. So let's go in and get something that's a little cheaper for us.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. I think Mustang maybe 100,000 or something. I'd have to look. This is our first pass at. We're still working on the economy. There's a whole matrix in terms of how much material things got, the manufacturing quality, the brand. It's the same for items. So we have a matrix that's done to work with the dynamic economy on ships and on items. Obviously, there's still going to be.
Hello and welcome to the New Deal shipyard, where there ain't no such thing as too low of a deal.
He just went in
Take a
last
look around
night.
and just breathe it in.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Little
Yeah,
work
the
still.
lighting's on. So yeah, like how much? Let's. Okay,
600.
Which is the Aurora? 220,000. I don't know. The 85X is that much more expensive. But we can get a Prospector maybe.
Glenn's been wanting to buy.
Yeah. All right.